Charlie Kirk's death is the latest instance of violence against political figures. Some folks will remember that in June, Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband were killed in their home.
That's led to new legislation here in Ohio, as just today, two lawmakers introduced a bill to protect people from political violence. 10 TV's Doug Petcash joining us now with how this legislation would do that. Doug.
Well, very straightforward, Stacia. The bill would increase penalties for politically motivated violence. The sponsors say the bill would elevate politically motivated murder to aggravated murder. It would carry a mandatory sentence of life without parole, and the crime would be eligible for the death penalty. It establishes a political motivation specification in the law and applies to elected officials, their staff, journalists, and activists peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights. I caught up with Governor Mike DeWine and gubernatorial candidates, Democrat Amy Acton and Republican Vivek Ramaswamy today. I asked all of them their message after the killing of Charlie Kirk. They all denounced violence of any kind, and here's what else they said.
We have an obligation, those of us in public office have an obligation to denounce any kind of violence from the right, the left, the middle, whoever it is. Violence has no place in our political process, absolutely no place.
It's so important that we don't give up on one another. People are intentionally pitting us against one another over and over again, but what people are longing for is to find their way back to their neighbor, find their way back to their family member who maybe doesn't agree with what they believe. We can't give up on one another.
We're not a country where you kill somebody because you disagree with them. That's not America. Words are not violence. Violence is violence. And violence is never an acceptable response to words. And I think most people, whether you're Democrat or Republican in this state, actually agree with that. It is a tiny fringe that's at risk of destroying that culture of peace and nonviolence in our country. And we have to say that's not who we are.
Now, Governor DeWine also said the fact that Kirk was killed on a college campus makes his death more poignant because he was there encouraging young people to get involved in politics and public issues. Station, or Jeff, excuse me.
Well, Doug, thanks for that reporting. 10 TV will, of course, stay on top of this investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Download the 10 TV app to get the latest updates on the shooting suspect's case. You can also check our website, 10tv.com, and watch our newscasts on 10 TV Plus.